What it do? Look Chris, your man Two Looker coming to you back with another fresh mukbang today. I'm kind of hungry. As you can see right in front of me, you probably don't know right now what we have in front today to eat with you while we sit down and take in this delicacy, this famous delicacy. Let me get my water. I got this new drink I'm drinking called Celsius. Not only keeps you cool and refreshed, but it also helps you lose a little weight. Your boy needs to lose a few pounds, but you know, that's another story. For those of you, if this is your first time here on the Two Looker channel, you might not know my story, my background. Long story short, I've been around the world. And during my time of traveling, I've been to many places, many countries. In particular, one of my favorite countries to live in and visit was Japan. And during that time, I stayed there over 9 years. During that time, I found my wife. My wife's Japanese. So we have two wonderful children, two little boys, and they're bilingual and they're dual citizens here in America. Hence, the reason why we're eating Japanese ramen. These are not none that my wife actually prepared or made from scratch. These are some that I actually bought from a famous Japanese company called Anamoto. You can find this particular brand at, believe it or not, Costco. And what Costco does is they bring in some of these delicacies from around the world. That's why you have so many people, so many demographics shopping and being members of Costco. And you know, hey, ramen is one of my favorite treats. It's not like the typical top ramen we have in America. Ramen is a unique delicacy that's made in Asia and all those different countries. You can make ramen a full meal. And some of those bowls that they have over there, them big Jethro bowls, where it almost look like a gallon of ramen. And they have different tastes depending on the type you want. You can get it spicy, you can get it hot, you can have a little zing, a little zest to it. And this one is, and it's usually a pork product. There'll be some meat in it. If you can see right here, this right here is not pork, it's actually chicken, the other white meat. And it's pretty good. Of course, it has the vegetables and stuff in there. You can see on the box. It's pretty good. You can get this for like 14 bucks. But this, if you haven't tried it, go to Costco, go get this, and you could actually have some real ramen. And what I mean by that, hey, you haven't had ramen unless you've been to Japan, or if you can't go to Japan, bring Japan to your home and get this Tokyo style shoyu ramen. As always, I like to start off by saying giving grace and God bless this food so to bring health and strength to my body. And with this, later on, I got this authentic help you understand, it's like hot sauce from Japan. It's called kadai. It's like a pepper sauce that you actually can apply to your ramen to give it a little zest, a little kick, a little, you know, pizzazz, so to speak. And it's really good, really good. And of course, I got my water. And we just gonna tear up in this thing right now. You know, another thing, you know, what I liked, I got to finish the story. You're probably wondering why I have two bowls. Because I'm used to eating a lot of ramen. And these bowls, to me, are made for like my son's little kid-sized bowls. You know, and typically if you go to a Japanese restaurant and you're eating some real ramens, you have the big spoon where you could actually eat the ramen and you know, sip up the actual soup that's inside, and it's really good. I mean, you got the vegetables, you got corn, you got carrots, you got a little basil, you got chives, you got even peppers in this joint, and then you got even mushrooms if you want in here. And another thing that'll kick your ramen up another notch is by having like a little garlic paste. I didn't bring that. I should have, you know. And this is really good. If you're a member of Costco, go check it out. Another thing, you're probably wondering, can I speak a little Japanese? Yeah, I can. Squishy with karimasu. That means I understand a very little. I understand. I can speak it. I understand what my wife's saying. She's fluent in English. But my children, they're bilingual. They go to school, a regular American school. But then also too, it's a Japanese group in our local community. And my wife got, shoot, I think she might have over 30 members, and all their children, all their dual citizen children, get together, and the mothers teach their children, our children, their native tongue, their language, which I think is awesome for my children when they get older. You know, they could actually decide, hey, I either want to stay in America or I want to go back to Japan or Tokyo and live. Again, dual citizens doing their thing. I got to get some of this meat up in here. Mm. I mean, it's nothing like sitting down, relaxing with friends, because I consider you guys my friends. You took time out of your day to come to this channel, chill out with me, listen to me talk about things that I've been through in my life and my journeys around the world. And also, too, just to share with me, you know, some of the delicacies that we have, because food is meant to be enjoyed. Sometimes people just sit down at dinner or a restaurant or a table, and I notice it mostly in America, we got that fast food mentality. Even if you're at home eating a regular meal, people are just wolfing it down. You know, I'm ex-military, actually retired military from the Air Force, and yeah, during those times when I was active duty, sometimes I would just eat real fast. But you have to sit back and relax and enjoy your food, you know, because people are taking time to actually prepare it for you. Whether it be soul food, whether it be any type of other delicacy, you want to sit back and relax and enjoy the meal. When I was in Italy, again, they had 7-course meals, and the people just sat down and fellowship with each other through 7 courses. I mean, and just learn and talk and live and enjoy life together. Mm. This is awesome sauce. Mm. Kind of spilling some of. But if you enjoy ramen, or if you ever been to Japan, let me know. And comment. Let me know. What's your favorite? It's another one called tonkatsu ramen, and it's awesome. It's a little spicy, but it has a kick to it. And if you ever taste it, you'll notice the difference between authentic Japanese ramen and American top ramen that you get for like 15 cents at the grocery store and boil and stuff. I know I'm talking about ramen mostly, but this, if you haven't tried it, Celsius, it's an awesome sparkling drink. I mean, it only has 10 calories, and you normally, I must interject, you got to drink this, but yeah, I got watermelon flavor. Don't say it, but normally people would drink this right before they go do a workout. You know, like I said earlier, I'm trying to lose a little weight, but go get this Celsius, man. Woo. I think you can find it at 7-Eleven, some more stores, you know, Kroger, maybe even Walmart. But I got this at 7-Eleven, and it was awesome. I'm gonna put some of this pepper, kadai pepper sauce in here, and this one. So I could turn it up a notch, like bam, you know, kadai sauce. I'm done. If you can't tell, I'm done with this one. You know, this part of the channel, it's gonna be like everybody else, mukbang type videos, but I'm gonna label it Two Looker Eats. They're gonna have their own playlist. You'll be able to reach down there, and in the comments, let me know what else you want me to do in mukbang. Right now, I'm gonna be just going to restaurants or buying delicacies like this that I don't think most people know about. And like in Japan, if you're at a restaurant and you're eating, bowl, of course, because you will be insulting the chef. And you actually have just people who went to school and learned this trade of cooking different types of ramen, just like sushi. And you could be offending them if you don't finish your whole bowl of ramen or plate. You see how I just slurped that up? In America, some places like that, in a restaurant, if you hear people slurping, they would be offended. But actually, I'm not eating this right like I would in Japan. In Japan, as you're taking a mouthful of ramen, you're slurping it up because it's so hot. It's freshly made. But then when you are slurping it up, it'll make this noise like this. And you're actually making that noise actually when you're eating out the bowl. Yeah. The little subtle, intricate differences in cultures is awesome, you know. And I like to mix it up at first. Get all them ingredients in there, soak it up, you know. Get it going, get it good. You know, got that kadai spice in here. Woo. It may not look like it. I put us dabs in here. Just a few dabs in here. It ain't like our hot sauce. Just a few dabs in here. Woo. I'm talking about hot. You know. Remember in the first mukbang I did when I was at my job. I was just trying something to get it going. But, you know. I do all these videos in my spare time. Something I'm starting to enjoy to do. You know, share with my community. Is growing slowly but surely, but it's really not about this. It's something I just really enjoy. If more subscribers, more views come, that's great. More likes come, that's great. But it's something I just like to do. You know, first it's something I never thought I'd be doing, but it's really cool, you know, how YouTube just let us rent a space. Think about it. for free, you know, and you just put up and load your content. If you was like in real life, it's like people having land and saying, okay, you could build on this land for free. Build whatever you want. You could build this building for free. And as much visitors you get, cool. We're cool with that. You have to think about that. For the internet, wow. Other places, they're going to charge you an arm and a leg. But YouTube are trendsetters, originators, and just an awesome platform. Mm. Man, look at that. That piece of chicken out of something that you could throw in the microwave is real. Definitely not an American type ramen. Mm. If you want to know anything about Japan, holler at me. Let me know down in the comments below. Because like I said, my wife's Japanese. My sons are mixed. I got two with her. And, you know, I know a little bit about Japan. Now, let me ask you guys something. If you got all this technology now these days, you got Alexa, you got Siri, you got these smart watches and stuff. This is not an Apple Watch, this is a Fossil watch. But Alexa and Siri just be popping up when I'm not even trying to talk to them and saying, see, I was not asking her to search for anything, and she just popped up. That means they listening to us. Big brother, big sister, whatever you want to know, whatever you want to call it, they listening to us 24/7. Shoot, make you think, don't it? Then when you start searching on Google, some of the things you are talking about, it automatically show up on the banner on the right side. They're doing research on all of us. With that invasion of privacy, what do you think? I think so, a little bit. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, really.
I'm sorry, I lost track.
See?
Could you please rephrase that?
I didn't ask you nothing. Stop listening to me. How about that? If you have that same problem, let me know in the description down below. I'd be like, who is that talking? Then I found out it's on my watch. My goodness, it's so good. We'll just take that little piece of chicken over here and tear it up. Plus, you know, technology is a good thing, but maybe too much technology could be a bad thing. Remember that old Will Smith movie called I, Robot, where the robot went crazy? Now they're making robots. Again, this is something I saw in Japan where they are actually looking human-like. I mean, technology is, if they could put it in the movie, they could do it. Even that old Iron Man Marvel comic stuff. That Iron Man suit is actually an exoskeleton suit that could actually fly. They're doing experiments on that for the military, but that's a whole nother story. But mostly here on the Two Looker channel.
Here's
Well,
the top Wikipedia result.
I didn't ask you nothing about Wikipedia. Serious. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Mostly on the Two Looker channel, we started off by doing reaction videos, a million of those. But the thing is, we're changing, we're evolving to vlogs, mukbangs, maybe do some more challenges and stuff like that. So stay tuned. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. You know, it helps the channel out, helps it grow. And if you like what we're doing, just say so. Let me know in the comments down below. And on future mukbangs and stuff like that, I'll share with you some of my children on this channel and some of the experiences and stuff like that. Some of you probably saw some of them on Try Not to Laugh Challenge and stuff like that. Again, we're growing. I got the name Two Looker actually from my dad. Basically, Two Looker, what the name states. I look like two people, my mother and my father, hence the name Two Looker. I used to hate it as a child, but as I grew up, you know, you got to love who you are before you can love anybody else. And I love that name because it shows the foundation of who I am, who my father was, and so on. So that's the short version of how I got the name Two Looker. You know, and I have some, you know, some country, I say aunties and stuff, we used to call it Tuluchi and Two Looker, you know, as a child. I was like, man, my name ain't Tuluchi, it's Two Looker. But anyway, that's not my real name. My real name is Don, D-O-N. But I'm down here in Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth area. And it's where I was born and raised, even though I've been I think over 10 different countries. I've got my passport and I'm ready to go. And we're going to show you some of our travels. This summer, I do have a small vlog where we went back to visit Japan and my wife's family. We went to the Tokyo Towers. You can check that video out. All right, I'll make it long, but check it out. Now you can see I'm done with the food. Again, this was my second mukbang. I'm trying it out. I'm checking it out. Let me get some of this soup with that spice. Totally different from this one, was regular, but it's still a great representation. It brings me back, gives me a reflection of some of the little Tokyo shops. You can find out some of these ramens on in little booths, like you at a fair or a festival, cooking yakisoba, another delicacy, gyoza, or what we call in America pot stickers. I'm used to saying gyoza, and ramen and other delicacies you could find not only in Japan but Korea and so on. And, it's awesome. Travel, see the world. How so many people may look different, but we're all the same when it comes down to it. We all want to live, be happy, and have a beautiful life. You know, love, live life. And as always important, I like to say, I always give things in life two looks because you never know what you're going to see the second time around. And this is the Two Looker channel, our second mukbang, and we're doing it. You know, we're trying it out. We're going to keep on pressing, trying to get better. We're going to work on trying to get a better camera, and we're going to keep it moving, all right? Again, thanks for spending time with me while I embellish and talk about some of my travels and how I got the name Two Looker and where I've been, and a little bit about the delicacies in Japan, and a little bit about my family. And hope you enjoyed your time with me. And let me know in the comments down below. Thanks, and hope to see you again. Hit the like button and subscribe. Peace.
Boy, all night, look at here. I can show you what a steady like. Look at here. Fuck talking, get to a part. Look at here. Rip hard, really do a part. Look at here. We can buy the boy all night.